My name is Constanza Guerra, and I will discuss the Board of Directors case study. In this case study, the main character is Sam Phillips, member of the Board of Directors of Sparks Department Stores. Sam business experience as a board member of Phillips Tires provide him with a point of reference about what is requirement to implement a successful Board of Directors initiative. And after the last Sparks Department Stores Board of Directors meeting, Clara Burns, President and Chief Executive Officer, formulates several recommendations to improve the effectiveness of the Board of Directors meetings. Sam notices that the company has a problem that must be addressed to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the business activities. Sam determined that the Sparks Department's communication problems resides in the board instructions and organization and how the time is being distributed between the day-to-day business reports and the overall objectives and strategy of the company. After a careful assessment of the case study, I developed 3 possible alternatives that will help to improve the Board of Directors meeting. The first alternative is get the company work done through committees and task forces. Don't use the Board of Directors as committees. The committees has to organize with the finality of addressing specific issues, review reports, and discuss how the projects under the area of responsibility of the committee supports the company general strategy. However, this alternative has pros and cons that must be analyzed. The pro is that the Board of Directors meetings will increase productivity because they don't have to be tangled in managing the day-to-day operations, but the outcome of the initiatives and how they're affecting the overall strategy of the company. The cons is the company has to invest additional resources in order to develop and operate management committees, and this can have effect at the demands of the managers involved on the initiatives. My second alternative is improve company's reporting system and the formulation and distribution of the meeting agenda. The company must plan every meeting, beginning with the careful development of the agenda, which included all the items to be discussed. This meeting agenda has to be distributed in advance of the meeting through email or posted in the company intranet, and also it has to include any requirement report associated to the items of the agenda. The pro is that board members will have enough time to be prepared for the meetings. Furthermore, the agenda will include all related reports, providing the board members with the required information background to formulate an educated decision. Conversely, this alternative could have an impact on the board member prior to the meeting, in addition to the use of resources in order to prepare the reports requirement to support the agenda items. The third and the last alternative is recognize that the most important assets that board members bring to the company are their passion for the company mission and their intellectual capital. The board members has to know his or her job, his or her responsibility, and they have to understand that setting successful goals requires metrics to achieve them. Board members has to work toward the company mission, and their work has to be to measure by how successful is the company after the goals has been implemented. In other words, if the board members identify and connected with the company mission and vision, they will concentrate in the company future, on the competition, and on the strategies that will have to put in action in order to make their company competitive and profitable in the market. The pro of this alternative will allow the members to recognize specific steps that they have to implement with the finality to get the best solutions. Additionally, the inclusion of goals metrics will provide a process to evaluate the success of the initiatives. The cons of this selection is that it could be seen as a punitive due to the introductions of metrics to measure the success of the board members' initiative. In addition, the middle management could feel disfranchised because the focus of the meeting is moving from review management report to the overall company strategy. Now that I have described the possible alternative of solutions that can be implemented to alleviate the communication problems and organization structures of the board meetings at the sparse department stores, I would like to suggest that SANS has to implement the third solution. The third solution is recognize that the most important assets that board members bring to the company are their passion for the company mission and their intellectual capital. The maximization of these two elements fits into the core competencies of the company. As a result, the board of directors will focus in the company objectives and strategies and how well the company initiatives are performing on support of the general strategy. Furthermore, the refocusing of the meeting from the micro to the macro levels will allow board members to continue developing the core company market advantage and implement new critical initiatives to support the future growth of the department stores. With this, I conclude my presentation. I appreciate your time and thank you for allowing me to speak to you today.